Hi guys, welcome back this morning. So on the meal plan tomorrow is chicken parm, and I need to make tomato sauce. So I thought, well, I'll bring you guys along for that. So in here, you guys, just making sure you guys can see it. There's dehydrated tomatoes. Okay, so I'm gonna add some water to those. About half the jar. I'll watch it while it rehydrates. Well, so there it is. Those were fresh out of, oops, sorry guys, out of a garden. I bought from an elderly man. He was selling them on the side of the road last year. Whoa, dropped ya. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rehydrate these, okay? And we're gonna make tomato sauce out of it. Using your dehydrated stuff, I try to use it up yearly. I don't try to keep it up. I don't put oxygen absorbers in anything. So this is a great way, you know, my tomatoes, they're not producing very well. I have a few. I have enough for us to eat. My Roma tomatoes, they're so small. So I'm going to end up buying all my Roma tomatoes pretty much. So not very happy about that, but it is what it is. So I thought, well, I'm going to bring you guys along for the rehydration of these tomatoes because this is the last of them. So I'm going to use them up. And I'm going to put water and all right in my pot here. But I'm going to start to saute up the onions and peppers. But I wanted to bring you along for this step so I can show you what I was doing. And then I have 1 can of tomatoes because that's not going to be enough. So, yeah, trying to use up these cans that I got when Mom passed away. So anyways, I'm going to set you guys all up, get all my spices over here, and we're going to start cooking that, the onions and the peppers. I just have to chop up those few peppers. So, alright guys, I will bring you back when I'm ready to get going. Alright guys, we're back. Alright, so I got a little bit of olive oil at the bottom of my pan here. The tomatoes are still, they're softening. They're almost there. And I got a little bit of onion. And some peppers. Like this is all going to be, I'm going to use the immersion blender on it. So, not a huge deal. I'm going to mix that around. So with this, I will make noodles probably, and use my leftover fresh sauce over the noodles, and then we will have fresh pasta. Bring you along for that if I decide to make that. And a few red chili flakes. I got really sick at the beginning of summer, and all my herbs died. Now, couldn't get off the couch. It was so bad. I was deaf on one side of on my left ear. 1 tablespoon of oregano. The only thing that survived was my basil. That was it. I dehydrated all that already. 1 teaspoon of rosemary. It's important to do this, guys, in the oil. Get that going. I don't have any fresh garlic. I'd be putting that in there. I'm going to add a little more oil, guys. And a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. good tablespoon of garlic. Tablespoon of ground ginger. And a couple shots of that chipotle, like not even a teaspoon, like an eighth of a teaspoon. So if you put your dry herbs in there, in the oil, it will absorb them faster and rehydrate, because they're dehydrated. So always think of your dried, like stuff you buy in the store, as a dehydrated item, and it needs to rehydrate. We'll add salt here in a second. And of course, pepper. Just so you know, guys, I have no biscuits left. They're gone. My oldest son had the last one and a tablespoon of salt for breakfast this morning. They're gone. Stew is gone. Chickens finished that this morning. Everyone said they wouldn't eat it, so I fed it to the chickens. Alright. Now let's get some liquid in there. I'm going to start with the can. There we go. We will add sugar to this. I don't find tomatoes are half as acidy as they used to be. I think it's really, I don't know, they've changed them or something. I don't know what they've done, but a tomato definitely does not grow like it did years ago. And it definitely doesn't taste, like they taste good, but they don't have that, I don't know what it is, the sweet taste to them. Alright. You guys see that? Yeah. Okay, awesome. Alright. Let's check on our dehydrated stuff here. Yep. Yep. I'm going to try to do this so I don't make too much of a mess. There they are. Now they'll rehydrate more in the sauce. But I'm dumping water and all in there. That's good stuff in there. And yay, another empty jar, which I desperately need. I'm almost out of jars. So at the very end, we will taste it after I use the immersion blender on it. And then we'll add the sugar. If I feel like it needs the sugar, I'll add it. It's a good counterbalance, but... And then we're going to add... good Galaga olive oil. I have to tell you guys, what drives me the most crazy is when I'm watching people make pasta. I hear the Italian grandmother just screaming. You know, when you guys cook pasta ahead of time and you guys just leave it there and the starch is all kind of form or whatever, do not run it underwater. Just add a little bit of your pasta sauce to that, like your warm sauce or your mayonnaise, whatever you're doing. Add a little bit to it. It will automatically loosen. As soon as you rinse that pasta with water, you have now lost all that starch. And that's what your sauce sticks to, is that starch. I don't know. I'm venting because it just drives me insane. And I can just hear every Italian grandmother just screaming. Because you need that starch. And I always keep a cup of that starchy water. because if my sauce gets too thick, you add a little bit of that starchy water, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful sauce. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bay leaf to this now. Okay. Now I'm going to let this perk away. Probably an hour, maybe 2. I threw 4 in there. I wish I could have a bay tree. I love bay leaves. I love them fresh. If I can find them fresh, I buy them, bring them home and dehydrate them because I just love them. I could put a bay leaf in anything. All right. Doesn't that look good? It smells amazing. Smells amazing. There's fresh tomatoes in there. You can see a big hunk of it right there. That's going to be a beautiful, beautiful sauce to go over the top of that chicken parm and over our fresh pasta. Maybe I'll make fresh pasta and then I can bring you guys along to do like the chicken parm, like start to finish, like the sauce, the chicken parm, how I cook that, and then do the fresh pasta. I could do that because I do it all by hand, so it'll be good. I don't make this very often because I don't know, it's time consuming, and in the summer I don't have as much time, but my oldest son asked for this meal. He just loves, he's not a big Italian fan. He could live without pasta. Truly, truly. There's a couple soups that I make that he just loves, and they're both Italian soups, like not Italian wedding. It's like has chickpeas in it and little tiny meatballs, or you can make it a vegetarian, which is really good. I've done that many, many times. Used vegetarian broth and cooked the chickpeas and put a little bit of pasta in it. Oh, it is so good. I could just eat bowls and bowls and bowls of that. And then the other one is like meatballs and spinach, and oh, they're just good. And he likes that kind of stuff. But pasta, he could totally live without pasta for the rest of his life, other than macaroni and cheese. It's like, and that's not even Italian, so. But anyways, all right, there we go. So I'm gonna get this bubbling, and I'll bring you back when it's all thickened, because it'll self-thicken, and we will get that ready for tomorrow night's supper. All right, guys, I will see you in a couple hours. Hey, guys, so we got the marinara done. That was cooked down. I used the immersion blender and blended it down. And I thought, since I'm using it, I would bring you guys along for what I made it for. Just a note, the yellow tinge to this is not the tomatoes. That is the turmeric we put in the tomatoes. So I got some chicken here, chicken breasts, and we're gonna do Parmesan, chicken Parmesan. In this, I have 1 cup of breadcrumbs, 1 cup of flour, 3 tablespoons of corn starch, and I'm just gonna, and half a teaspoon of baking powder. So we're gonna add some chipotle chili powder to this, and some adobo. This stuff is amazing. You don't need to add any salt when you use this adobo, that's for sure. And some smoked paprika, some garlic, and then we're going to mix it up. Now normally there's 3 breading stations. I don't feel like dirtying another plate. I've been cooking all day, so we're just going to double dip, because this will be thrown out. Whatever I don't use, it'll be thrown away, so I'm not too worried about it. And then over here, I got my cast iron skillet, 1/4 inch of lard in there. I have another hunk of lard if I need it. And then 3 of our home-raised chicken eggs, just beaten up with some salt and pepper. So, watch your behind you, booze behind you. So, I'm just gonna dry this off with the flour and the breadcrumbs and all those seasonings. And then I'm gonna drench it in the egg. Let it run off. Back in here. Pat it down. Make sure you get the sides. Shake it off and then into the fry. I'm gonna try to get everything I have in that skillet, which I think it will go. I got my stove on medium now. Let's make sure I get all the crevices of that chicken breast into here. Drain a little bit back into here. Smells good either. Okay, into the frying stuff. Alright. I think that marinara will be really good on this. Right, I'm going to finish these up, guys, and then I'm going to clean up my mess, and then I'll bring you back as I'm frying these up. Alright, guys, there they are, all cooked, nice and crispy. Now I got a rack on underneath. I have my oven at 350. Okay, and now we're going to assemble them. I'm just going to put you down. There we go. Alright. Actually, hang on, guys. I'm going to take you back over here for a second. The marinara again. Really pretty. All made out of that dehydrated tomato, except for that one can, but look how nice and thick that is. Now the rest of this is going to become a pizza sauce. My son is going away for a few days, and he can't eat anything like processed. He gets really sick. So we're going to pour some of that beautiful marinara on there. Okay. Now you can put less, you can put more. So I'm going to make pizzas for when he goes. I got a couple meals over here as well. Gonna have to clean my stove for like the 900th time today. Seems beautiful. Like I said, the marinara sauce is just that color because of the turmeric. Okay. And I just got 2 more in these little to-goes. Okay, and then I just got some Parmesan cheese here. Just gonna put some of that on there. Doesn't that look good? I have to grate some more cheese for these too, but that's okay. Oh, maybe not. No, just enough. Perfect. I just think I planned that. All right. Just adding some parsley to the top. All right, guys, I'm gonna pop this in the oven while I heat up some rice, because we have rice as a leftover in the fridge. And then I will bring you back, as I'm gonna have a leftover baked potato with mine. But anywho, I will bring you back as soon as these come out of the oven. Okay, guys, there it is. Trying to bring you in. There you go. Does not look good. Alright. And then I got leftover baked potatoes we're going to use up, and a whole bunch of rice we're going to use up. And that is supper. Let me know what you guys think. Like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you guys soon.